Hello everyone and welcome back to Through the Pages with Dee. Why don't we do another top 10? Okay, so today's top 10 is some Christmas books that I have read. Now, I know there's lots out there, so these ones may take you by surprise as to what I've actually read. Maybe quite shocking because there is different things in there that I haven't spoke to you guys about. So, firstly, I want to just show you a few that I do have that I haven't as yet read, and maybe you might be interested in those too. So I literally have like a cube shelving in my hallway, and there's about how many cubes is there? 2, 4, 6. There's 8 cubes. 1 cube is consumed with Christmas books. Christmas is my favourite time of year, or one of them, Halloween being the other, obviously, because I'm a big horror nerd. But Christmas is special to me. I love Christmas. I have about 3-4 Christmas trees in the house, even though it's not a very big house. And I just love everything to do with Christmas. So I went mad last year buying Christmas books. So just off the face of that alone, I thought, why not show you some of the books that I own but I haven't quite got to yet. So this isn't a recommendation with these books that I'm about to show you. This is just some that I bought. There may be a couple in there that I have actually read, but don't potentially really remember. I may sort of vaguely remember the storyline, but not properly. So this one I have read, which is Joe Thomas, Countdown to Christmas. This is quite a cute story of a girl inheriting land in Canada. She goes there and she makes friends, and basically there's a bit of a love story in it as well. It was good. It didn't wow me, but it was cute. It was just a cute Christmas story. So that one I did quite like. So that's Joe Thomas, Countdown to Christmas. So if you're interested in that one, I have read that one and it is kind of cute. So these are just like honourable mentions. I also have The Santa Killer by Ross Greenwood. I too have read this one. Didn't really wow me. It's one of those murder mystery type books. The daughter of the victim sees the killer, who is dressed like Santa, hence the story, The Santa Killer. But yeah, other than that, it didn't really wow me, but maybe it's something for you, so that one too. Secret Santa, again, yes, I did read this, but do I remember it? No. So that's how much of an impact it made on me. So it's not made the top 10, but it may be something that one of you out there is interested in. So that is by, let me see, Trish, Hannity, I can't say that surname. Let's zoom in on it. That's the author. I can't really say that surname, but The Secret Santa didn't wow me, and I don't really remember it. So when a book's like that, me, but one of you guys may enjoy it. So there's that one too. This one also I read. If you can see that, yes, it was buy one get one half price. Alexandria. Let me move the sticker and then we'll know better, won't we? Just bear with me while I get this off. I usually get so excited to read the books that I don't really pay too much attention to the stickers, I've got to be honest. And this one, I just liked the cover. Alexandria Benedict. Actually, I think I have her wrote down somewhere else. I do actually. She's actually made it into the top 10. So yeah, this one, it was okay. I was hoping it was going to be like, Murder on the Orient Express, which it was a little bit, but it again didn't wow me because of Murder on the Orient Express. It's just basically Murder on the Orient Express at Christmas, but you may enjoy it. Nice cover, quite cute. So there was that one. 12 Days of Christmas, a little bit of a comedy kind of book. It was okay. Didn't really make a wow on me, don't really remember it, but just in case you're interested in that, that's Trisha Ashley, 12 Days of Christmas, so you may want to read that one. This one, yeah, again, was okay. Another one that I read, The Night Before Christmas, Alex Pine. Again, not too much of a wow, but kind of a murder mystery type thing. Again, there's a killer on the loose and they've got to find them, so that was that one. And then this one I didn't get around to, Christmas at the Little Waffle Shack by Helen Rolfe. Didn't get around to that one. Yeah, not too sure what that one's about, but it does seem like it's quite cute. Liked the cover, that's why I bought it. But I will get that to this one this year, so we'll be able to judge that one this year when we get to it. And then this one too I didn't get to. Heidi Swain, The Christmas Wish List. But those are just some ideas for you guys in case there's Christmas books that you're looking for, that you maybe want to read. I haven't read a couple of those. Some I have, some I didn't really think too much of. But you know, it's each individual's choice. So I thought I'd just show you those. There are more, granted, there are more. That's not everything. But just thought I'd show you those just to give you some ideas, some inspiration maybe for what you might be looking for. So, starting off, what is my top 10? So I started, and this may surprise some, but I don't know, I couldn't have put it in because when you're talking about when you're talking about Harry Potter, a good portion of it is at Christmas. So I had to put Harry Potter in. I've only got the Philosopher's Stone. Put my teeth in. I've only got the Philosopher's Stone for now. I've read this. I very much enjoyed it. I very much enjoyed the differences between film adaptation to book. Both were just as good. I'm a huge fan of the films. I have them on every single Christmas. Always watch Harry Potter at Christmas. It's mine and my other daughter Phoebe's kind of thing. Nobody else in the house appreciates it. My other daughter Joe's gets a bit bored with the Harry Potters because I've watched them that many times. But they do scream Christmas to me, and I don't think I really need to explain to you guys about Harry Potter, do I, at this point? So that comes in at number 10 on my list, which I don't think is unfair, because this is a point of trying to tell you about books you may not know about. So let's go to what is at number 9, and that is The Forgotten Tower by Lulu Taylor. This I did really enjoy, actually. This is about a family finding out that they go back to their home basically, and it's had to be turned into a museum. And there are 2 towers, but one of the towers is locked. So it's the mystery behind this tower, and it's quite an interesting story. It's kind of set at winter time. One of the main characters, the lady in this book, is kind of preparing to change the other tower into a kitchen so that she can do, if memory serves me correctly, sort of like a cooking teaching type thing. But it's the story behind the family that got me with this, and it's so beautifully written. So that is The Forgotten Tower by Lulu Taylor. I'll put a better picture somewhere on here. Then at number 8, I read, and this is from Charity Shop, so it is a little bit battered and a little bit bruised. A Fairy Tale Christmas, or A Fairy Tale for Christmas, I should say, by Chrissy Manme. Another one that I quite enjoyed. So this is about a theatrical group performing a play, and it's just the story of, it's actually a romance, believe it or not. I know I said I am completely avert to romances. It depends on how they're wrote. If it's a subtle hint at romance and there's a story surrounding it, then yeah, I'm quite interested in it, which that's what this is. If it's a full-blown romance, then, and that's all the book is for, that's not my cup of tea. I don't really read romance in any description, even dark romance. I'm not into it. I've tried it. I'm not into it. But this is quite a cute little book. It's a cute little story. It's about a coming together of this couple, and it's all to do with a child in there as well. But I really actually enjoyed this. I thought it was quite cute. So that is, A Fairy Tale for Christmas. Yeah, it's about Cinderella. It was the production that they're putting on a theatre group. It was really quite cute. So then, I haven't got this one, so I'm going to have to put it up here somewhere. Excellent book called The Drift. And this author has grown on me. She's called C.J. Tudor. I've actually got other works of hers, but The Drift was so, so good. It's kind of a POV of 4 people, and they're all trapped in their own situations with other people. So you are flicking back and forth between certain situations. Some are trapped in one of those, what are they called? Like the carriers. I can't think of what the name is. They're actually like a little box, and you usually see them where it's snowing, and you can ride in it, and it's on sort of electrical powered lines. Some are trapped in one of those. There's all these different elements to where people are trapped or something's going on, and there's a group of them. So it's finding out why all these people are together, because they've just woke up and found themselves in these situations. Why are they all together? Who's brought them there? What's the purposes of them being there? So it's unraveling the mystery behind why are they all stuck in this area and what's going on. It was really, really good. So that The Drift by CJ Tudor, I do highly recommend. It's a very, very good book. Not necessarily Christmas, but you know, the snow, etc., and where it's set, it has that kind of Christmas feel. So that got in there just because it is actually a really good book. Then at number 6, we've got Sophie Kinsella's The Christmas Shopaholic. If you're looking for something quite light-hearted, if you're looking for something that's a little bit fun, that's going to make you laugh, quite true to life really, I would absolutely say this is a good read. Like I said, very light-hearted, just comedy. There are certain elements of it where you actually can sort of empathise with the character, but it is really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this. So if you're looking for something just a bit lighter, something just a bit funnier, yeah, I'd suggest Sophie Kinsella's Shopaholic, Christmas Shopaholic. Then at number 5, I've got Dying for Christmas by Tammy Cohen. Again, another kind of murder mystery where there are things that you need to work out. People are kind of trapped together. I'll read you the synopsis on this one. A Christmas, a time for friendship, a time for family, a time for fear. Swept up in the magic and romance of meeting a handsome stranger at Christmas time, Jessica Gold makes a spontaneous decision, but now she's being held prisoner. Every day he gives her a gift, each one more disturbing than the last. She knows he has something special planned for the 12th day of Christmas, but can she outwit him before it's too late? So this one is going through, as the synopsis says, like a kidnapping, and he comes across as you know, you'd expect, like the suave, sophisticated guy, and she's thinking, oh wow, landed on my feet, got myself a good one. But what goes on after that is quite hairy, quite scary, and because it's to do with kind of the 12 days of Christmas and every day is giving her a gift, it's revealing kind of a message every day that he gives her this gift. And towards the end, everything becomes apparent, the reasons why he's doing this, who he is, and it is actually quite an interesting story. So that is Dying for Christmas by Tammy Cohen. Yeah, it was quite a good read, that one. Not wowzers, but, you know, quite a good read. Then another one that I don't have because I've actually borrowed it to somebody, The Christmas Postcards. I'll find again, pop it up. Excellent story. This was out of what I usually read. This was a quirky, cute little story about this girl, and she is going on, if my facts are correct and I still remember it, she is with her daughter and they've gone on a holiday and they lose the daughter's teddy. And this guy goes into the room after this family where the teddy was. So he then is going on this journey. Now, prior to the mum of this daughter getting married, she went on a hen party and she was doing these adventurous things like rock climbing and so on and so forth. And there was this guy who was teaching her, and she had a couple of funny turns. And this guy was also administering first aid to her. And they had a little bit of chemistry between them, a little bit of a naughtiness before her wedding day, should we say, because she wasn't sure whether or not to marry this guy. Anyway, she does marry the guy, but there's a whole tale behind this. So this guy who finds the teddy starts doing this travel, but he's got this determination to climb this particular mountain, and this particular mountain has claimed lives of people who he loves, so he's determined to climb it. The whole thing with this teddy becomes, because this little girl now will not sleep without this teddy, it becomes this whole big thing. It's all over Facebook, find the teddy. Word gets back to the guy who's climbing the mountain about the teddy. So what he does is he decides to send postcards about the teddy's journey. And this enables the little girl to be able to sleep. And the way it turns about at the end and how it all comes unraveling to, you know, the connections between people, it is a really, really beautiful story. Very pure, very clean, barring the adultery before the marriage kind of thing. But You know, if you bypass that part, because I'm not a fan of cheating or anything like that, but if you kind of bypass, wash over that part, it's such a beautiful story of how people's kindness can be exuded in such a way that just makes the world feel right. It's just one of those books that you read and the world feels right. So yeah, the Christmas postcards by Serena Terry, I believe, or Karen Swan. The Christmas postcards by Karen Swan. Such a good book, really, really good book. I really enjoyed it. Then at number 3, I've got The Shite Before Christmas. Again, this one's by Serena Terry. Again, if you're just looking for something that's going to make you laugh, I also found this a little bit frustrating at times. I really felt for the main character, how everything that she's going through just to try and please her family, and she keeps getting sort of knocked on her ass every time. I really, really enjoyed this. It was very funny, very something that I could really sort of not empathise with, but sort of, I can't think of the word, but I could definitely sort of see myself with the character. I understood where she was coming from. I just can't think of that bloody word. What's the word? Yeah, it was so good that she's just trying to give them an amazing Christmas, and it just seems that everything seems to keep biting her in the butt about it, and she's just not getting anywhere with it. But eventually it kind of turns around and everything's okay, but I'm not going to go into it much more than that. It was just a really sort of true to life, absolute tale of probably what most women, those of us who love Christmas, do at Christmas. The madness and the running around and trying to make everybody happy. And, you know, Uncle Bill doesn't like sprouts, so we know we can't give Uncle Bill sprouts. And Auntie Dorothy doesn't like turkey, she prefers beef. So, you know, all those kind of things and all those kind of accommodations that you're trying to make for everyone. That's what she's going through, and she's just trying to give the best party or Christmas time that she can. It's just really, really good and actually laugh out loud funny. So I think Serena Terry did a really good job with that book. So that's one that's at number 3. Number 2, and this actually blew me away. I didn't think this was going to be as good as it was, but The Christmas Murder Game. This too is by Alexandra Benedict, who is the same author for the let me just grab the book again. Same author. So these are done by the same author, but this wasn't as good as this. So this is absolutely brilliant. This is about a family who don't get along anymore, but they all get together at the sort of family home for Christmas. There's not much communication going on between them. There's some friends, some family. They've known each other for a very long time, and it's kind of the dying wish of a relative who's just passed away, and they've all gone for the inheritance, you know, to see what they've been left. But they can't just do it that way. They have to play the game, and the game is superb. It's such... I don't know if any of you have ever seen the film. It's not as horror as that, so bear with me with this, but it's kind of the same premise. If you've ever seen the film Would You Rather, it's got kind of that feel about it where you have to find the clues, you have to find the things to continue on in the game. And if you don't find them, I think it's keys. If you don't find the keys, you don't get to the end. But it's the subterfuge and the goings on between the different members of the family, and people are dying. But it's so good. It's such a good read. I really enjoyed this. This Christmas, I will read again, because I couldn't rave about it enough once I'd read it. I was boring my partner to death, and my daughter with this, saying, oh, it's so, and let me tell you about this part and this part. And when I do that, you know it's been a good book. If I keep quiet and I don't really tell you anything, I've not really enjoyed it. But when I'm waffling on with myself and this happened and that happened and this character, and it's so good, and let me tell you this, then you know I've really enjoyed it. So that's at number 2. Definitely give that a go. Alexandra Benedict has done a fantastic job with this book. Brilliant. Loved it. And then at number 1, I didn't bring it up with me, but I will put it here somewhere. It has to be It had to be, because nothing else can take its place. I don't care how old it is. I don't care how bored anybody is of probably hearing about this book, but it has to be A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. It is the ultimate Christmas tale. It's just everything that you want from this mean old miser who, doesn't show anybody any love, who does this complete 360 turn after the ghosts have visited him and becomes somebody new. We all know this story, and if you don't, please read it, or please just watch a film. If you're going to watch the film, I highly advise watching George C. Scott in A Christmas Carol. It's just the most epic Christmas tale that has ever been, and I think it forever will be. For eternity, I think A Christmas Carol is just that one that you can't ignore it. When Christmas time comes, it's kind of like Miracle on 34th Street or It's a Wonderful Life. It's one of those where it's Christmas. You've got to watch it. You've got to read it. Whatever medium it is that you want to experience your Christmas is in, A Christmas Carol has got to be in there. So it had to be at number one. It had to be. It's my all-time favourite. I will listen, watch, whatever Christmas Carol format it comes in, I'm there for it. It's my favourite of everything. It's my favourite. I never ever does a year pass me by where I don't watch or listen or read Christmas Carol in some way. And I love them all. But yeah, George C. Scott is my favourite. He's my favourite Scrooge. But I love them all. I love the adaptations, the cartoons that they've done. I just love that story. I adore that story. I've grown up with it. Nothing will ever replace it for me. I have other favourites, but nothing will ever replace A Christmas Carol for me. It holds a massive special part for me. I don't know quite what it is, but it's just that story that I've given to my children as well, to my girls, and it's just that one where it's that time of year. But not, it's that time of year. Yes, it's Christmas, it just gives me those feels. And I've even watched it partway through the year. I mean, there's no rules. We don't have to leave these films till, there's this, what's it called? Superstitions of, you shouldn't really do this and you shouldn't really do that. I was brought up on superstitions. Listen, people, I'm going to share a secret with you. I've still got a Christmas tree in my hallway up because there's nowhere for me to store it. It's still there. It's kind of a Beauty and the Beast Christmas tree. It was all ribbons and roses. It was absolutely gorgeous when I did it. But it's still there. There's nowhere else for me to put it. So, I don't care. It's still there. I had these superstitions for years about you've got to take everything down and 12 days before, 12 days after. I had all that. But look, if we live our lives on these things, then, we're just going to be feared, aren't we, of things. So it's still there. I just adore Christmas. So it kind of gives me a joyous feel, actually, when I look at it, to be reminded that Christmas is just wonderful, and it should be a time for family and hope and, everything that we just want our lives to be. Christmas sort of exuberates that and delivers it to us in the best way possible. And that's why it's my all-time favourite of the year is Christmas. And it starts in November for me, maybe even October. Just after Halloween, I'm like, okay, Christmas now. But yeah, those are my top 10. So hopefully there's some oddballs in there that you haven't heard of, something a little bit different. A good array of authors as well, I think, and just the the shows before. Hopefully there's something in there that might pique your interest for this Christmas. So let me know in the comments what you thought. Good or bad, I don't mind. Let me know. It just helps me decide what to do in the future. And, me and Joes can have a conversation then and say, well, that one didn't go too well. Let's, maybe either not do it again or tweak it a little bit to see if we can do it better. But if there's anything in there that's piqued your interest and that you might think, do you know what, I'm going to give that a go for this Christmas, let me know. And, yeah, that's me done for today. So it's Friday. Have yourselves a great day, everyone. Almost the weekend. It's Friday night. It's Saturday, Sunday. What? So you've got the weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Have a great time. Go out. Smell the air, touch the grass, and just live life to the fullest. Love you all. Thanks for being here again. I'll see you next time, which will be Monday. And until then, I'll see you through the pages. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, thanks as usual for watching this video, and if you want more content you can click on one of the following links. Thanks so much for your support. See you again next time.